Good morning and welcome to a new market update in which we're going to discuss the movements of Bitcoin. And it's relatively boring as the markets are still going sideways for Bitcoin, and in the meantime altcoins are losing their levels. But before we're going to continue, make sure to subscribe beneath, like this YouTube update, and check out my Twitter and Instagram where you can find daily content on the markets. Now, what we have been seeing with the markets is that on Saturday Bitcoin tried to make a move. However, during the weekend we have trappy movements in which the markets usually are not following up on a move in that direction. So Bitcoin touched 38.5k and also higher during Saturday night, however corrected it all the way back, as weekend moves are usually just a fake move. That's why we are still in a range bound construction. And in that case, we can also see that altcoins are showing weakness. And why is that actually? Well, there's overall uncertainty around the cryptocurrency market, leading towards fear, but also panic, and slow bleed is leading towards emotional decision making. But because of the weakness across the markets, across the equity and crypto markets, we can see that despite the fact that Bitcoin is consolidating, people are selling their altcoin positions as the expectations are that we're going to have a rough period ahead, or that the markets are going to trend down even more. In that case, we are in that nature. We are in a period where Bitcoin consolidates, Ethereum as well, and all the other altcoins are just correcting down. That means that they are correcting towards higher time frame support levels, and because of that they are actually getting into a period where you should be getting interested, or the actual high ROI are going to be able to be made in the positions you're going to buy in the coming period. So instead of being ultra negative on potential losses or whatever, it's time to start building with the market, and it's time to start building a strategy for the next positions that you want to build. So let's head towards the price action of Bitcoin. There's not much to discuss, but let's continue and have a proper discussion on that. Let's head towards the charts. So when we're looking at the price action of Bitcoin, we did see a potential breakout during the weekend, right? We were moving on the area around 37.5 during the weekend. We flipped it beautifully and we started to break to the upside after that as well. However, no clear breakthrough, no clear follow-up, as we just started to drop south after, and losing the support level at 37.5, that indicated a heavy correction south, as we can see, and right now we're chopping around again around 37k. Now what we can see is that we are still in that area around 37, but we've lost the structure here, right? So in that case, if we are going to have some more proper analysis, we can say that the level that we should be breaking through if we want to have any further upwards momentum is the area around 37.5. If that flips, so if we get back up and we flip it, that will be an indication that we're going to test higher levels around 40.7. But also, if we have a run towards 37 and 37.8, but if we drop beneath that after this bounce, so if we have this bounce and drop south immediately, we are just continuing to make lower highs, and then the assumption is that we're going to test lower levels, through which I'm not really that much interested unless we get towards 34k, as that is most likely the test that we're going to get in order to have a higher time frame bullish divergence being created, as in this case we can see that we reject it again, and if we get a low here, we confirm a bullish divergence to be made, and then we are most likely getting some more momentum towards the upside, as right now the trend is still down. And when we're looking at altcoins, we can see that most of the altcoins are slowly bleeding south, as some of them have been showing some bounce levels. We've had a beautiful bounce on Atom here, which rejected immediately, and now we're getting south again. And in that case, which level are we looking at for potential buys? Well, we might be correcting all the way towards the region that we have here. That will be an indicator for long entries, but overall the markets are currently not the best, but it's providing big opportunities ahead. Ethereum against USDT, similar picture. We've got a rejection here taking place at the area at 2.7k, meaning that if we are wanting to look for support, or if we want to get any clear breakout to be happening, you clearly want to see it break through that range. Heavy rejection taking place there. We've also seen some rejections taking place in this entire block. And right now we are still range bound construction, but Ethereum against Bitcoin is showing the more appropriate signals here. Had a slight bounce on Ethereum against Bitcoin pair on the support level, but currently we are facing a resistance zone. If it wants to see some strength, and we had those rejections taking place here earlier too, if we want to see some strength, Ethereum against Bitcoin has to break through 0.07. If that happens, we are still in this range bound construction and can start attacking the highs. But at this point, we are still trending south as well. So we are most likely going to have the test at the range low that we've had here as well. So as a conclusion, Bitcoin against USDT, not looking too great. We have to break through 37.5 and 37.8. We rejected during the weekend with a fake out and started to drop south. So it's still time to build your positions, heavy positions towards investments. But if you want to start for day trading, I think it's still a very tricky market as the volumes are relatively low too. That's the update for this morning. Tonight at 7 p.m. Central European Time, I'll be live on this YouTube channel. Make sure to subscribe beneath, like this update, and I'll see you again later today.